Hello! We are back and we are here with our first incentive run, which is going to be the mystery of the Cluebender Society, though we have multiple names for it, which Toburr will tell us all about. Hello, Toburr.
Yeah. So, I don't actually have the stream open because I have all my route stuff open. The stream, I think it should say the game is Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the Cluebender Society or something like that. But as you'll see on this title screen, it says Nancy Drew and the Secret of the Cluebender Society, which is also what I'm playing on a 3DS. So like on a 3DS, there's like a little menu where you pick what app you want to use. And on like the game preview on there, it also says Secret of the Cluebender Society. But the cartridge that I have inserted in my 3DS says Mystery of the Cluebender Society. So there's just no official name for this game as far as I'm concerned.
This is chaotic.
It's just like it's just
And it's
Cluebender
about to get
Society.
worse.
Mystery, secret, plot,
There's
evil
something.
plan.
Yeah, and we're going to
Something.
hear all about how ridiculous it is. But we also have an incentive for this run. We have a giveaway. Please tell us what someone could win.
The stupid game.
Veronica!
Stupid!
It's just like, ugh, stupid game. They're about to watch it. It's an amazing game.
No, you gotta hype it up.
You
can't
gotta
go
hype
with the
it
yes
up.
word.
At what,
You can't say the
at
yes word
what,
on the stream.
at what donation amount will we unlock this amazing giveaway?
I was just gonna do it.
No! Oh my gosh.
Okay, Risa gets to pick the number.
Well, it's a 45-minute stream, so how about $40?
Sure.
We can do it. I believe in us. I
Veronica,
would
what games
also-
do I like? I like the Shattered Medallion.
I would also like to point out that we're at $4,058, so we need to get to that $4,473 to be able to break our record. Putting that out there.
Break the record.
We gotta
We
break
got
it.
it. We
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
Steve has donated $14.31, and the message was a smiley face.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything clever, so.
You're so valid.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Are you ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
You're
Now,
also
the real
gonna-
question is the audience ready?
Yeah.
I think
no,
they're more
not.
ready.
I
They're
can
more
promise them
ready.
they are not.
They're more ready for this than they were for the Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, no one was ready
No
for
one
that.
was ready for that.
No
that
one was ready for that.
I had to have headache warnings. But okay, you're gonna have to also tell me when time is because I obviously have never watched this game. So-
I will. It'll be very sudden, but I
Okay.
will try to warn you when it's coming up.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Sounds good.
You ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so there's a good example of how slow loads are in this game. Every load takes about 4 seconds. There's a lot of them. So yeah, I imagine most people have not played this game, so I will do my best to keep you abreast of the plot as we go. Nancy, as all good stories begin, is on a date with her cop friend.
Ugh.
Okay, so here we have, we're testing out a fingerprint scanalyzer that the cop friend gave her. This does nothing. It wastes 7.5 seconds every time we use it, and we have to use it a lot.
Great. Love that.
Oh. Heck.
It wastes so much time. I literally timed. I was like, how much time am I wasting every time we do this? Why is she blonde? Who knows? I can't even tell you.
Nancy
so yeah.
was blonde in the original 30s books. Maybe that's why.
So there's fingerprint scan number 2. So one of my donation game incentives is I'm donating $2 for every fingerprint scanalyzer, just because I want, they're not skippable or anything, but there's so many. I just want to know how many there are. And I feel like chat will tell me if I promise to donate money for it. So yeah, you stand on those circles to change the where you're looking at. Oh, there's number 3.
That's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, plot. She gets this letter from the Cluebender Society. I think they're an acting troupe or something. They have a vacancy. And so they're like, yo, fun fact, this game came out 4 days after Phantom of Venice. So they were like, yo, we saw you portray so many cool characters in Italy, like Punchy LaRue, Samantha Quick. Sometimes she keeps running if you were holding a direction when you talk to someone. Yeah, so yeah, wow, she's such a talented actress. I think she could really fill the vacancy left by our good friend Count Olaf, who is left to spend more time with his children.
Real quick, we have a donation, $1.69 from Sarah, who says restoring balance.
But yeah, you just see all these loading zones from when we go from screen to screen. Oh, here's Ned. 4 seconds every time. It's really cool. Nancy's gonna complain about getting window hair on this drive because Ned's car window is weird or something.
Why doesn't she just roll up the window?
It's broken
It's
or
also-
something.
It's also winter, right? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's like not my biggest concern when my car window's open in winter. Okay, so here's a random minigame you just get thrust into. The game
nice.
does not explain any of this. Oh, I somehow caught that. Turns out if you tap left and right on the DS, you move the jars from side to side, but there's no indication that that's how it works. Anyway,
Amazing.
by playing that minigame, we earn a key to a snowmobile, which you're about to ride. So one of my incentives, for every $5+ donation, I'm going to read you a personalized anagram of the word snowmobile. Also, there's a bunch of characters that we're not going to talk to because that's time loss. Basically, they're all the other people competing with Nancy for this spot in the acting troupe. And, you know, Nancy is just like, she's not here to make friends. She's here to be, you know, make it big, get her big break, move to New York or something, right? I think that's how acting works. Yeah, when
I'm getting ice flashbacks from this.
yeah, except this
Yeah.
one's really cool because it's just like an infinite snowmobile trail that eventually the game just decides you've gone far enough on and spawns you where you're going. There's no like
Oh, nice.
programmed in destination. It's just an infinite treadmill that you just have to waste a minute or so on every time, and you have to do it a few times. Okay, yeah, there's a competitor guy again who somehow beat us here. It's pretty mean. We don't talk to him. There's a lock on the door that our snowmobile key doesn't work on, unfortunately. One of the actors really likes these light puzzles, so he puts them up everywhere. It's no one likes him. It sucks. Anyway, so yeah, now we're gonna hear we're meeting everyone in the acting troupe, and they're telling us. So you know that puzzle that we made you do with none of the instructions to it? Well, it turns out the instruction manual for this game is hidden somewhere in the house, and they're challenging us to find it.
This
So
is
here's another puzzle box and another fingerprint scan.
7.5 seconds.
Yep, and then a load. It's really good.
amazing.
Yeah, so just gonna solve that. It'll give us a clue, I think. I think it has a poem on it. You know, it's monologue practice. I'm gonna talk to this guy without saying that circle, because then
Okay,
more
we
loading
got
happens.
2 donations. We got $5 from Devon, who said, you said something about poetry in our names?
Maybe. Oh, another fingerprint scan? I don't remember what I say very well, so.
I have no idea either. Is that a snowmobile anagram time?
Oh yes, that was over $5, and you
That
get
was
a
5,
personalized snow. Let me scroll over to. Okay. So yeah, they just got a tuning fork, which we'll need for this next thing that's happening. Okay, snowmobile anagram. Your first is oh, I passed that door. Oops. These transitions are so awkward when they're very far back in the stream. Anyway, snowmobile anagram. Bloom sinew.
Amazing, and
Wow.
hold on to that list because Lulu Once Cake donated $10 and said, "What is this DS game? I've only played the her games. I don't know what this DS game is. It's stupid and bad."
You gotta play this game a bunch. Turns out.
Time to
That's
drop
what this
more.
is. This is a bunch of the game. Okay, so next anagram is bowl monies.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, this part, in order to find the game manual that they hid in the manor, we need to collect these 3 tuning forks that we can open a door with a lock on. Or no, we can open like a secret compartment and a jukebox. Here's another puzzle that we gotta do. Another fingerprint that we gotta do. When we talked to the guy after opening the previous box, he like gave us a hint to this. He just said it to 9 o'clock. He said to like each hand needs to go like a little after 9. It's kind of weird. If you put it just to the left, it like nothing happens. But if you put it just to the right, it's fine. So now I have all the 3 tuning forks. We can enter here. The solution to this is like the bases of the statues, like the colors on there. So we're just gonna light them up and go inside.
I think we're on 6 fingerprint scans.
Don't ask me. I've already stopped counting.
I think I have counted. I've been
Okay.
counting 6.
So now we use the tuning force to play a song. There are hints that tell you what the song is. Hidden around the manor. We are not reading them because that's slow. So anyway, here's the box with the game manual inside, and we are instructed not to open the box because it's a collector's item. So we just got to bring it back to the head actor man.
Chat says 5 fingerprint scans. Oh,
Lyssa said 8.
now 8.
and- Yeah,
Oh.
I think I was 8. Listen, I think Tui was one behind, and then we just had 2 more with the clock and the box, and
I think the developer, it's Gorilla, and published by Majesco. So anyway, we brought him the box. He's gonna open it because actually he doesn't care about whether it's a collector's item. It turns out the manual has been stolen from the box, which is kind of awkward. He's gonna give us this key to look around the manor upstairs. It opens a bunch of doors upstairs. We're not gonna go upstairs. Actually, I just lied. I accidentally went upstairs. Oops. We're not supposed to go
no.
upstairs.
Nancy just
Because
accidentally went up, yeah.
despite the fact that he's like, yo, go upstairs and use this key to poke around to search for stuff, there's nothing that we can investigate up there until we go over here into this room that we can't investigate until like he's given us the key and told us to go upstairs explicitly. It's very good. Okay, here's this minigame, which at least it's not it's a different minigame than the Pachinko one, but you have to like tap these circles when the right color circle passes through. We've got mostly red this time, but usually it's like more of a mix. It's a very precise timing that rarely works.
Oh my.
This looks amazing.
Yep, like I swear I'm tapping
Oh,
this. I'm
yeah.
tapping this so much.
It was a lot easier on an emulator. We got $10
Uh-oh.
from Lyssa, who says anagram.
The ball's just chilling there next to the. That's never happened to me before. That was weird.
Anyway.
I thought the game froze for a moment.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm really digging the it's like the discs drop into like the coffee mugs. Like, wow, like amazing game design, really.
Yeah,
The worst
honestly, that minigame is kind of fun because it's actually like pretty challenging to like the timing is super strict. But anyway, so yeah, it turns out the game manual has been stolen, so now nobody knows how to play the game, which is like, ugh. Like honestly, casually, the hardest part about this game is like figuring out what the heck you're supposed to do at any given moment. It's really just not a thing. So anyway, we go back to this guy with some sheet we found. Oh right, it's actually a missing page of the manual. So he's like, this must have been stolen by the guy who left the troop. Who I lied. It's actually not Count Olaf. He's from astute viewers might know he's from a different media franchise. Some guy named Dr. Armstrong used to be in the troop, but then he left for mysterious reasons, and he took the game manual with him for its dark secrets that mankind must not know, I guess.
What the heck?
When you have a moment, another anagram for Lyssa.
For Lyssa, okay.
Hi.
Hello. All right. Your anagram is Bowman Soil.
Oh,
Wow,
Thank you. I love that.
amazing.
we are not using an emulator. This
is a real DS.
It's just like a capture card, so you don't. It's not like
Got it tricked out.
Yeah,
He's got a fancy-
I hard modded it.
So I agree. A really zoomed in video of T playing it would have been honestly amazing.
that would have been very funny.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Just seeing the tapping on the screen, like it.
Should I like tap closer to the mic?
Yes,
Just really that ASMR, right?
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, Sarah. We're gonna ban you. How dare you? How dare you not have knowledge that no one told you about?
Okay, this
Yep.
is the part I always need my notes for. So, yeah, so basically what we're doing now is in order to like progress the game, I can't even like give you a plot reason. It's just to go forward. We have to basically find 4 gears and then solve a puzzle using them. Unfortunately, unlike a lot of the other puzzles, we actually do need to find all the gears. We can't like just skip half the things. So in order to do that, we need to like go up here a lot. I hope you enjoy the music here. You're going to be hearing it a lot for the next few minutes. And then like change these like terminal things a lot and like make the slot machine sound like that. And then each combo that we enter unlocks this really fancy looking door, like you might have seen when we went to the library. And behind most of those doors, there's a gear. And then we find all the gears, and then we get to play more of the game. I can't even tell you like why. We gotta.
Dang, so you
Oh,
have to,
and the fingerprint.
you have to do this whole thing just to get into your bedroom. Amazing house
No,
design.
not to get into Nancy's bedroom. This is, I think, one of like the people already acting's room. I think
Established rooms.
Yeah, like all the people competing for this are like staying in like a guest room or something, or they're staying in 2 guest rooms that I think are divided by
Oh yeah,
sex.
Nancy's rooming with some girl. That
Yeah, we're never gonna meet her. Like, sorry to get your hopes up. We're never meeting her.
Dude, who's playing the
Loving this
frickin'
music.
gramophone? Yeah, like this is
The
like
music is fun for the first 15 seconds.
No, it's not. I hated it within that.
This is
Yeah, it
loop
sounds
of,
like
like,
someone has like
bars.
like an accordion or something.
Oh no, I think I messed up. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What low?
Oh yeah, no, the second one I messed up. Oops. That's.
Oh,
not
well.
Oopsie daisies.
oopser doopser. Oh well. We just have to listen to the lovely gramophone more.
Yup. Oh wait, was that the one? Oh dude, I'm already.
It's all going downhill.
It's all going downhill. This is it.
Just like the snowmobile.
This one's right. Okay, so was it the first one I messed up? Okay, it's one of the 2 that are closest to like where I'm trying to go, so I guess that's fine.
The
I think.
pinned message in chat is still from the Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake Run.
No.
Oh. I will unpin that.
Okay, so this is what it originally was, and then we. Oh man, this is the one thing I was scared was gonna happen. Is this puzzle is, yeah, it's a mess. Okay, so we used this one last, right? No, we used this one Okay, so it started like this, then it went up. Now it's going up again. Okay, so this one was right. So I think it was the last one that I got wrong.
This is so unfun and casual play when you're like, I don't know where to go. Let me try to unlock all the different doors, and you just run around in circles on this floor.
Okay, it was the very last one that I messed up. Cool. I never had to do that
Correct.
circuit. Okay, yeah, so we're about to run by Nancy and her not friends rooms. I think this one's Nancy's, maybe? It's one of them. Like, we can just go in and say hi. Yeah, this might be her room, it might not be, who knows?
Oh, apparently we unlocked the giveaway.
Go. Let's
Yeah, I have a
go.
real copy of this game that I tried to play once when I was like 19, and I only got 5 minutes in, and then I gave up.
Yeah, so now we're using the elevator, which, like,
Promising.
you'd think is so much faster than using the stairs, but it's located in, like, the most remote corner of this giant mansion. It's almost never faster unless you're, like, going from the very top to the very bottom, or vice versa. So we're using it there. I don't know if we use it anywhere else. Nancy's a
very
scared girl
funny
most of the time.
that they have a character who uses a wheelchair, but the layout of the mansion is so
It
bad
is
for
so
wheelchairs.
inaccessible.
Not
Oh
accessible.
my. It's fine though, because like he ends up actually being able to walk. Just spoiler, he ends up being able to just walk just fine.
Yeah, oh, that's a real fun thing about this game. He's literally faking his disability.
Yeah,
no.
it's so yikes.
No, Sean.
Anyway, so this is the door that all my wild chasing around the upstairs unlocked. Actually, I just want everyone else to listen to this song for longer. That's what it really was. I didn't mess up.
This room is so infuriating because in my playthrough, I came here once and I'm like, oh, this place is cool.
Yeah,
And
you
then
only need it
it's
for
like-
this gear. That's it. We're never coming back.
Yeah, it's
Oh, also, like there are 4 entrances all around this hallway, but no matter which one you enter, you always spawn in the same area within the lab.
Interesting.
Okay, this puzzle is actually super. You need to like line up the gears very carefully. It's really mean. Okay, I'm very glad that
You did
Nice.
they
such a
all
good
placed
job.
first
Indeed.
try, and I didn't look like an idiot for that specific reason. Anyway, so Nancy's found the exit other than like the entrance. I don't know if she was explicitly looking for it. I think, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you. I like kind of know the plot of this game, but not really.
One of the ways that you know the character that is faking a disability is faking it is because he has a ladder in his room.
Oh right, yeah, there is that.
Oh man.
So anyway, we stumble upon this member of the troupe practicing his monologue, and he gets mad at us, and they banish us to the village. They're like, you gotta learn acting from the locals if you want to act with us. So we're gonna snowmobile to the village now.
Amazing.
Gotta pay the troll toll.
The cheese
I'm not gonna finish that line.
Nice jumps.
Yeah, Nancy's got hops.
Totally not dangerous. It's fine. She's a certified snowmobile driver.
She is now. She found a key in a box, so that's all the licensing you need.
That's all she needs, man.
Absolutely.
One thing I found with the snowmobile is like when you're stopped, if you like wiggle the like left to right a little bit, you accelerate a little quicker. It's not really that useful, but like it's cool. So we're gonna almost run over this kid. We're not going to. He's fine. He's gonna like explain some stuff if you talk to him about like what we need to do in the village. We're not gonna talk to him. We're just gonna do it.
Do we skip the awful date in this run?
Yes.
Thank God.
Remember how I said we're not talking to any of our competitors? I meant it. Oh, okay. We're actually about to talk to one of our competitors in a couple minutes. Only because if you don't talk to him, you soft lock the game in this one specific screen.
Soft
He's
lock
a
percent.
homewrecker, so I'm fine with not talking to him.
Oh yeah, like in when Nancy's driving with Ned to like the boat that they take to get here, like they like joke about like Nancy falling for one of her competitors. Oh no, I just dropped my stylus.
No.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, man, this is a really bad spot to drop the stylus to.
The most.
Yeah. But yeah, like they joke about her falling in love with her competitors, and like they agree she's allowed to fall in love, but only if the competitor is tall, dark, and handsome. He's got to be all three. No subset is allowed. So naturally, there's Greg, who is tall, dark, and according to some folks, handsome. His name's Greg. Yep.
Anytime someone says someone's handsome in like any Nancy Drew game, I'm like, bet.
Yeah, so we got to meet this guy to trigger a thing we're about to do. We're not going to ask him about anything. He knows some cool stuff, but we don't really care. But you do have to like enter here, talk to him, and exit in order to like trigger a thing elsewhere, which is kind of annoying because of all those loading zones that we passed through on the way. 4 seconds per, just a reminder.
Just in case we forgot.
Yeah, we're going to talk to this guy about a bunch of stuff. He'll give us some leads that we get to follow up on when we see him later in the game. We're not going to. That's the last time we're talking to him in this game.
Fun fact about this game, when a character has something new to say, an exclamation point pops up over their head, his never goes away.
That's actually true for a lot of characters. So you will often have the... I rely on audio keys for this, so I need to actually like focus. Okay, yeah, so like a lot of people, like if you talk to them, like you can't back out of the conversation until you talk to them about most of the things you can, and if you talk to them again, you will have to go through all of those pieces of dialogue again before you can like leave the conversation, even though you've already had it. Okay, so this is the screen. We've got to talk to Greg on this screen about this thing about the coin, so that he'll give us the coin piece that he found in that little warehouse, and when we leave the screen, he's gonna disappear, and if you don't talk to him about that, you just can never get that coin fragment, which you need to leave the village. You are stuck in this village forever if you don't get that coin fragment. Believe me, I tried. So this is random. You're looking for some blue quartz. That's unfortunate. It'll just be randomly under some of these piles of coal, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, so here's one. Naturally, in my last full run I did before this, I got it first try, so that meant for sure it was not gonna happen first try tonight. But yeah, so you see Greg's gone. If you just run past him like I was trying to do, because it worked all the other times while I was driving this game, he's gone, and you can never assemble the finished coin, which you'll find out, like you'll see why we need the whole coin. astute viewers might have noticed that when we arrived to the village, you can't actually get back on the snowmobile. There's no like interact button that pops up. That snowmobile,
You're trapped.
yeah, you're trapped. You almost ran over the kid. Nancy's snowmobile license is taken away by the mayor. Briefly.
Oh my god.
She'll get it back. It's fine.
The mayor, Bob. The mayor.
Ideally, you shouldn't ever have to use the snowmobile again in this run. Did I? I forgot to talk to the lady, didn't I? That's awkward. Ideally, you'll never have a snowmobile again in this game, but we need to do it in order to get a sheet of paper that tells us to the solution of puzzle that we could just enter the solution to if we wanted, but nothing happens unless you have the piece of paper telling you how to solve it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's weird. This game is like pretty good about not doing that most of the time, except like there. And as a result, we need to like do 2 whole snowmobile extra challenges and
Boo.
like have a long conversation. But we get to use the touchscreen to ring a doorbell, so it's kind of worth it.
Is it cat time?
It is cat time. We have to feed a cat. We have to summon a cat. This is the best part of the game.
Yay!
Greatest part.
We have to touch a pulsing circle on the with the power of the touchscreen technology, the Nintendo DS, to summon the cat. And then it comes instantly, and it gives us the last piece of the coin fragment we need to get out of this forsaken village.
That's such a
Aw.
cute
I'm
cat.
It's such a
glad the
cute cat.
goes into your inventory for a second. Like, yeah, I just have this cat in my bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's free now. It's
I
fine.
do fit. he's
Yeah, so
free.
anyway, that's why we've been doing all this stuff around the village so we could assemble all the pieces of this coin that we need to slot into this suspiciously coin-shaped gap in this statue, which gives us the only route out of the village now that our snowmobile license has been revoked by the government. So now we gotta, oh, you know, I meant to turn up the brightness on my 3DS before I started the run, and I forgot, so I'm just gonna stare hard at my 3DS right now as we go through this maze. This maze is very cool. There are a lot of, like, there are a lot of invisible walls extending from the walls, so like you'd think I should be able to run through
Oh.
here, right?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
you're-
nope.
wow. That's a terrible hitbox.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. A lot of the walls are like this. That one's the most egregious one, so I wanted to show it
That
off.
was really not good.
And it's easy to show off because I literally run into it every single time I do this maze. Because I'm like, surely I'm giving it enough space. Nope.
Never.
Anyway, so we're back in the courtyard somehow. We interrupt this dude practicing his monologues again, so he like has it out for Nancy now. That'll be important later.
It's really evil there too.
He's not the
man,
culprit,
like-
by the way.
He's not the culprit. Okay.
I mean, well, maybe.
Never say never. Until it's the end.
So anyway, we're gonna go back in the mansion now that we've learned a lot about acting from those kind villagers, and we summoned a cat. That's honestly way cooler than acting.
That's the real
Absolutely.
lesson here, I think. My own IRL cat is purring in solidarity, so she.
Okay, so now that
she-
sorry.
No, I was just
Um,
talking about.
So yeah, so now that we've solved a section in which we had to find 3 random plot coupons in order to progress the game, we're now in a section of the game where you had to find 3 random plot coupons to progress the game. That's a common theme. With the gears, it was 4. You had to find 4 gears. But anyway, we're gonna actually skip finding all 3 of them, which is great because it's A, slow, and B, there's a really, like, the worst minigame in the entire game is at the end of a long maze. And it's entirely random, and it's very easy to lose. It's probably easier to lose than win, I'd say. So we don't have to do it,
Oh,
which
is
is
it
so
time?
good. So yeah, it's time. So you're supposed to find like 3 music drums to like play a song here, but really all you just need to do is keep the red. Oh no, keep the red circle in the green bar, which is harder than it looks. It's supposed to be like playing a song right now, but we didn't find any of the drums, so it's just silent the whole time. It's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, if like I guess like playing the song is supposed to help you keep rhythm, but there's an entire visual indicator for it, so it's kind of unnecessary, and the game is merciful and doesn't actually require that you have them all. So that
Well,
just
that
unlocks a
is not
secret
the-
passageway.
That is not the inventory. That is the journal, and you're supposed to talk to that guy. I don't know if we actually have.
Well, you have to talk to him to get one of the drums, but we don't need them. So, like I said, we're never talking to him again. Which also, and when you go to him, you're supposed. That's when Greg calls you to like ask you out on a date. On the date, he gives you these 2 coded pieces of paper, but it turns out you just have them anyway.
Oh, yeah, that girl.
There's Rachel, one of our
Good.
competitors. We're not talking to her outside of this cutscene. Nancy is gonna like be like,
Greg.
"Oh my god." She like figures it out somehow that like the guy who stole the game manual and left the acting troupe is like he fled to that lighthouse somehow. I guess by decoding that message. I don't know what it says. Actually, I think it's by decoding the first message, which you don't have to do. You just need to decode the second one, which is like a message to Rachel from her dad. I don't know why that's the one you've got to do, but yeah, it's weird.
Oh yeah, I accidentally skipped that message in my casual playthrough.
It's very
As soon
easy
as
to
you
do.
do the second one, it just goes.
So yeah, there's Sherlock Holmes, if you didn't notice. He needs his cat, and we get him his cat, because are you seriously going to not find Sherlock Holmes' cat for him? He's going to give us a boat key. There's an anchor on it, so you know it's for a
Absolutely.
boat. And we're going to steal this boat, and by steal I mean borrow it, because he literally did just give us the key. I wish we were stealing a boat, but we're not. And we're going to take it to the lighthouse to find the actor who escaped with the game manual that explains how any of this game works.
Who knew that Nancy was a ship captain? Like, she's just wow.
Got her boat license.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she lost a snowmobile license. She was like, I gotta get my boating license.
Oh yeah, so this happens
Oh,
sometimes.
no.
You might notice a certain similarity with the snowmobile game, but it's not. You're in a boat, you're on water with snow on either side. And also, like, when you get those little moments where there's an island in the middle and you gotta go to either side, like here, yeah, the hitboxes are really bad. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that second one. And now we're at the lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
Here's a puzzle that you solve by finding missing pieces of the game manual. That flicker just happened on my DS. I don't know what that was. Okay. So anyway, here's the actor who fled, but he's been murdered. Egads.
Oh my gosh.
Murdered for his
Oh
crime.
my.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
been
and you have
stabbed for stealing the manual.
You have to look in that telescope, and there's no
This is-
prompt telling you to look.
No, like some of these things, the tutorial explains this, but like who cares? There's some things where you like there's like a little meter on the bottom right that like will like it'll be like a hot and cold thing when you're close to something you can secretly investigate. So you're supposed to use that.
So this is, like,
Unfortunately,
the
you do have to
14th,
investigate both these things.
Fingerprint.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we found out that fingerprint belongs to the wheelchaired acting troupe member, which is how you're supposed to be like, whoa, he climbed this ladder somehow. He must be faking it.
I'm just saying right now that no one has noticed my fingerprint counter on the screen, and I'm honestly offended right now.
I am so thankful for that. I'm also
Come on
thankful
in,
for
chat,
the
man.
fact that you
Oh.
don't have to play the boat minigame on the way back here, and you just come back here, and because you interrupted so many of their acting rehearsals, they just decide to accuse you of stealing the manual and murdering the dude. So
my
anyway, so
goodness.
now,
yeah.
So now
murdering
here's the
guy
part-
that you don't even know. Amazing.
yeah. So here's the part of the game where, like, we could just go upstairs and solve a puzzle right now, but the game's like, no, you must have the piece of paper telling you the solution to the puzzle in order to actually, like, have anything happen. So we're gonna ride the snowmobile twice to do that right now.
Dude.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
fun fact about the dead body that we're gonna find later on in the game.
Yeah. Oh, right. So anyway, another reason that they like frame you for stealing the manual is because you mentioned that you were hanging out with the leader of the rival theater company, which we haven't. But like, in order to like, you know, solve some of these puzzles, you were supposed to hang out with her and get info from her. So we're gonna go hang out with her again because she's gonna give us the piece of paper we need that tells us how to solve the puzzle that we're gonna do next. We're gonna use the touchscreen and ring the doorbell. Oh, so good. That's the
Dude.
second best use of touchscreen technology in this game, next to feeding cats.
The touchscreen technology is just out of this world, man.
Yeah, so
Like,
we're gonna ask her about the manual. She's gonna. Okay, so you might have seen briefly that she gives us a piece of paper. That is not the piece of paper that tells us how to solve the puzzle. She actually just like does like she gives us that as an afterthought as we're leaving. She's like, oh yeah, by the way, take this, it might help. And like, there's no like image showing that. She just says it. So the paper that she was giving us in that image, I don't even know. Who cares? It's not the one that progresses the game. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, oh right, it's a receipt saying that she was willing to pay like a lot of money in exchange for the game manual, which I don't know why like Nancy takes. That's just gonna incriminate her more. Like, yeah, I can't even like that's a like okay, like you might not believe me about the game manual stuff, which you'd have all the reason to believe, but there was really a book that was stolen. They are really accusing Nancy of stealing it at this point, and she does in fact take like a check from this lady who all these people do not like, saying that she'll like pay for it.
My gosh.
Oh,
Nancy,
my
please.
goodness.
Another Nancy moment. It was like a classic Nancy moment, you know? Like,
Yeah, so now we're gonna go into the. We're just gonna hang out in the room of the wheelchaired actor guy. I think it's this door. No, wait, it's one more, isn't it? Oh no, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna solve the puzzle, which we could have done without riding the snowmobile, but nothing would have happened.
how strange, says Nancy.
And like, that puzzle is exactly identical to the one at the lighthouse. Oh, we gotta play this game again for some reason. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. Like, you're not missing any context. The game just throws this minigame at you.
And after 3, it's like, you did it!
Yeah, well, so the thing is like, the more you miss, which you will on your first try, because, like, the game just throws you in it, and you're like, what's happening? Every one you get, like, every ball that falls into a pot of the wrong color, you lose points, and your meter drains. And the goal is to fill the meter. So the more you get wrong, the more right you have to get. It snowballs very quickly. Also,
Oh my
believe it or
God.
not, I am holding down the run button. Oh, yeah, so like the game, I should have mentioned, the game, if you hold B to run, it's never explained because, again, the manual's been stolen. And Nancy walks at she walks at like this pace
No!
when you're not holding it, and like it doesn't explain, like, okay, yeah, so the B button just doesn't do anything in this event, which is kind of annoying, because like you could easily play half the game without knowing that you can go any faster than this pace at all times. It's very good.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Wow, this is wow, just crawling through the vent system. I mean,
Okay, you know
classic
what?
Nancy
Lauren's
move,
brother with a good
like-
point that, like, yeah, running on hands and knees, probably not the best.
I mean, it hurts, but you can do it.
A weird moment of realism for this game, I guess,
True.
which is all the more surreal when it's just like sandwiched
of it
by
is-
everything
yeah.
else that happens. Okay, so we're gonna climb this ladder. Oh, you know, I meant to show this off, but yeah, if you like spam the B button over again, she looks really funny. So now we're gonna examine this telescope twice, which stumped me a lot playing this game casually. You've got to examine this telescope twice in order to progress the plot. There's a bunch you can do here. None of it matters besides checking this telescope, but you've got to do it twice. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're not gonna do in this secret area, because you don't need to. So we just got a call telling us that the rest of the plot's about to happen. Remember at the lighthouse when like the game was merciful and didn't make us play the boating game again and just like was like, yeah, okay, you're trying to leave. We're gonna take you back to the rest of the plot. They were like, wow, that was such a good idea to respect the player's time. Let's never do that for the rest of the game.
No.
Oh no.
So here we are, crawling back through the vents.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're doing this a second
Yeah.
time.
I don't even know if anyone's donated for it, but I'm just feeling charitable and there's nothing else to do in here. I'm gonna read another snowmobile anagram. Elbow Simon.
Elbow
That's a good
Simon,
one.
Like that
heard
one.
it here first, folks.
Elbow Simon. How could you say something so controversial yet so true?
You know what? I'm gonna do it. You know what? It's so
That's my
controversial. I'm
spy
gonna do it
name.
again. Ion Wombles.
No.
No, that one's my spy name actually.
I am Wombles.
That's my code name.
That's your actor name. Oh yeah, they're all using
that's your
fake
fake
names in this game because, like, you know, acting personas or something. I guess. You might be thinking to yourself, yeah, okay. Oh,
So slow.
honestly, like I wrote 20 snowmobile anagrams and they're all super good.
I had no idea it had that many anagrams.
I was gonna do snowmobile facts because that's like the trend is to do random facts, but like I didn't have that many snowmobile facts because I don't find snowmobiles that interesting.
Only like probably
Turns out
5
there are
syllables.
so many good anagrams of snowmobile. Boyle's Women was one I came up with and decided was maybe not a good idea to make the list. So it's not on there, but like, yeah, that's an option. Oh right, so like here's plot. Oh right, oh so actually this is the part of the game where they accuse Nancy because like,
Violence. That's the only good thing Greg does.
Nancy's like,
yeah.
I've gotta run.
Yeah, so actually I lied. That's the part where they try to frame Nancy because again she has a letter like from their hated rival saying I'll pay this much for the manual. So like it's on her, frankly. We're gonna talk to Sherlock Holmes. He's gonna give us the last fragment of the coin you need to finish the game. You need to get those three whole coins to finish the game. Okay, I'm gonna go slowly because here's the most important scene of the entire game.
Gosh.
If you take anything away from this game, it is Sherlock Holmes holding a stick of dynamite with the intent to throw it at an occupied residential building. And nobody is going to stop him. He is going to succeed at this task.
Oh my god.
This is the most serious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Probably safer ways to create a diversion, but not nearly as fine. Bro, so short.
Like, what?
Sure.
You might not believe me about what I'm saying about the plot, but that's because the truth's more unbelievable, frankly.
No way, dude. Human endangerment? Who?
So now there's a fun stealth game that just comes at you out of nowhere.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So yeah, you just got to stay in the shadows on screen. It doesn't actually matter if people look at you. Like we're just gonna run in front of this person right here. You got to be standing like right in front of them for the game to be like, yo, you probably shouldn't be doing that, and then your meter drains almost instantly. They also have collision, which is annoying on this screen in particular, where like there's such an easy short path, but like that person is a great goaltender that just stops you.
There just no animation for them walking around. They were just sliding.
I guess. I honestly didn't really pay that much attention. I was kind of sick of this game.
I think I saw an
Wait,
animation,
why am I?
You know,
Why am I
it's
looking at it
one of
again?
us,
What? Wait, no, yeah, okay. What? I don't know.
Do you have to do it
did there.
again?
You're not supposed to. I did something wrong there.
I hate that you have to spin it.
I did. I spun it so much. It was making the you did it sound.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I might have pressed B, which is usually what you want to do in a lot of situations. But like if you do it while like a puzzle finishing cutscene is playing,
It just
it'll actually just be like, yeah, it'll just be like, yo, you didn't finish it.
Mhm.
It happens a lot with the gear puzzle that I did earlier. I was really proud of myself for not backing out too quickly there. So naturally, I had to accidentally do it somewhere else.
Of
Also,
course.
this maze is so dark on my DS.
Which it's so funny that you say it's so dark because it's perfectly lit on our screen.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, I should just be watching the stream. Oh yeah, dude, it's so much brighter on my computer, dude. All right, it's this way. Yeah,
I
dude,
would
wow,
like to point out that there is a $20 donation from Tui that says, "Why does Sherlock Holmes look like handsome Squidward?"
Oh my god.
That's a great
so
question. But anyway, Tui, your snowmobile anagram is mobile snow. I did have to include that one. I'm sorry.
True. That's good.
So now the final puzzle of the game, of a game that really respects your time, is literally like the goat cabbage wolf puzzle. I swear I'm tapping. Okay, there we go. Like, you know, the world's, I'm not literally the world's oldest riddle, but it feels like it is. You know, I'm gonna have Nancy do this funny walk through here because I like it and I didn't do it enough during the run.
shimmy. Yeah, yeah.
Wiggly.
She do
He's
me
doing a
wiggly
dance.
move.
Oh right, so hey, you might
He's
remember
the
this guy.
culprit.
He's the actor who got murdered. What's his silhouette doing there? That's crazy.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Whoa, he's alive. He was just acting dead. That he actually says that in game.
I was
Like, I was just
acting.
pretending to be dead. Or yeah,
This
I
has
forget what
been
exactly he
a
says, but
betrayal beyond comprehension.
Dude, what the heck is going on?
Builds like realistic robots, and the funniest part of this game that's not Dynamite is that they say that like one of his robots infiltrated the British Parliament.
Yeah, sounds
yeah.
legit.
So like they actually never say in this game that they're an acting troupe, but like they clearly are. Like just they don't actually do any like clue or code breaking. They just do a lot of acting. So anyway, so here we're assembling a photo. He just gave us the last piece of the photo. We were supposed to be collecting all the other 3 pieces throughout the game. We didn't. So thankfully the game just gives them all to you if you don't have any. It's a photo of
Do that in
him.
icy.
It's like if the family running the rival acting thing. Oh, time's coming up by the way.
I'm getting ready. I'm on my way. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's like a photo of like the rival acting troupe, and like he's part of it or something. They're a family, and like yeah, who cares?
Who knows?
But yeah, it turns out they were actually like they all collectively stole the game manual, and it was actually a test to see if Nancy was good enough at acting along with them, and she was like, "Yep." And it turns out the police sergeant friend was in on it too. Sherlock Holmes' ghost is in on it too.
does
Then
this
she goes
mean
hang out with
nothing?
Ned. I mean,
Is this
do you
game a
want it
net
to mean
zero?
something? Okay, time.
Hey,
What just
4158.
No credits, by the way. You just get
What just
plunked
happened?
back to the main screen.
That game is a net zero.
What just happened?
Accomplishes nothing.
Oh, I would like to point out that fingerprint scanner counter was at 14.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Wow.
It feels like 20, honestly. I swear.
Yeah, I had the numbers ready up to 20. So,
Yeah. It
Your
also
I'm so good, by the way.
it also like when you start a new game, it deletes your saved game. So if you like had partial
Oh,
progress and then
no.
you finish and you go back to the main menu, like you don't have a save game anymore.
nope,
No.
it says no more. It says no thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing this immensely cursed game with us.
Terrible.
And now, who was it who won? Who was it who won the giveaway?
Oh,
I
Thirsty.
think it was Paige.
Was
Oh,
it Paige?
First toss on, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, you now have a cursed artifact.
Yeah.
It's yours. You have
It's
to
yours.
then give it away to someone else afterwards,
Yeah.
after you're done with it, to spread the curse.
Yeah.
So,
Congrats.
thank
The cartridge.
you, Toburr.
Reminder: the cartridge will say Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the Cluebender Society, but the title screen will say The Secret of the Cluebender Society. So it's up to you to solve that mystery now.
It's true.
Yep.
It
Be
is.
allowed to extend the curse.
It is. Okay. Thank you, Toburr, so much. Where can we find you?
Yeah, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/toburr. Not as much Nancy Drew stuff as I would like to lately, because my computer has been rejecting streaming PC games, unfortunately, lately. But I want to get back to it. I'm also on Twitter, twitter.com/toburr. I'm Toburr everywhere, thankfully. I don't tweet very much, but like, I think I'm sometimes funny, so.
Nice. Okay, thank you so much, Toburr. And now, everyone, stay tuned. Get ready to come back for our bingo race. I'm really excited. Stick around. I would also like to note that our campaign total has gone back up. So if you would like to reach our new goal, $4,472.69, that will break our record. So help us break our record. And
Please.
we'll be right back.